Ever wonder if that epic game night isn't just fun, but actually making you smarter? What if I told you that your favorite board games are secretly training your brain, boosting your memory, your problem-solving skills, even your ability to read other people's minds? Because believe it or not, the next time you roll the dice, strategize your next move, or negotiate that sneaky trade for wheat in Catan, your brain is doing a whole lot more than just playing around. You're building cognitive muscles, you're strengthening your neural pathways, you're sharpening the very tools that make you a more effective thinker in everyday life. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating science of how board games shape the mind, from classic strategy to modern marvels. By the end, you'll see your game shelf not as a collection of pastimes, but as a mental gym. Let's get rolling. The strategic brain, executive functions unleashed.
Let's start with the foundation, executive functions, the set of mental skills that help you plan, focus, remember instructions, and juggle multiple tasks successfully.
Board games are like CrossFit for your executive brain.
Think about chess. Every move demands foresight, pattern recognition, and adaptability. Players are constantly holding multiple possibilities in their minds, anticipating how the opponent might respond, running through future scenarios, adjusting on the fly. That's working memory, planning, and cognitive flexibility, all firing together.
Now look at Go, that ancient, deceptively simple grid of black and white stones. At first glance, it's minimalist, but cognitively, it's a storm. Go trains your ability to see patterns, shift perspectives, and think abstractly. Neuroscientists have found that experienced Go players show greater activation in regions linked to visual spatial reasoning and strategic planning. But you don't have to be a grandmaster to train your brain. Even lighter strategy games like Ticket to Ride work your resource management and short-term planning. You're deciding whether to claim that route now or risk losing it later, balancing immediate rewards with long-term goals. What's happening behind the scenes is that your brain is rehearsing executive control. That same skill set you use in real life when you plan a project, solve a problem, or even navigate a busy schedule. It's strategy play, but it's also strategy practice. Beyond logic, social cognition and emotional intelligence. Now, not all intelligence is about logic and problem solving. Some of the most powerful cognitive workouts happen in the social arena. Ever played a game of code names and watched someone try desperately to link two completely unrelated words? Or bluffed your way through a round of the resistance or poker? In those moments, your brain is doing something extraordinary. It's running mental simulations of other minds. You're asking, what are they thinking? What do they know? What do they want me to think they know? This is called theory of mind. The ability to understand that others have thoughts, beliefs, and intentions different from your own. And research shows that playing games involving bluffing, cooperation, or hidden information enhances this ability over time. Then there are cooperative games, like Pandemic, Hanabi, or Forbidden Island, where the challenge isn't beating your friends, but working with them. You're practicing communication, negotiation, and shared goal management, the same skills that strengthen teams in workplaces, classrooms, and families. And there's another hidden lesson too: how to lose. Board games teach resilience and emotional regulation, how to manage frustration, bounce back from setbacks, and learn from mistakes. Every defeat is a data point. Every misstep is feedback. That emotional flexibility, that's gold for mental health. So while you're playing, laughing, and maybe arguing over the rule book, you're also subtly upgrading your emotional intelligence. The long game, neuroplasticity and lifelong learning. Here's where things get really fascinating. Your brain is not fixed. It's a living, changing network, constantly rewiring itself in response to what you do and think. This process is called neuroplasticity, and board games are perfect triggers for it. Every time you learn a new set of rules, strategize, adapt, or make quick decisions, your brain strengthens and creates neural connections. The more diverse the mental challenges, the more flexible and resilient your brain becomes. In fact, studies show that engaging in complex leisure activities, like playing strategy games, can build what's called cognitive reserve. That's the brain's buffer against age-related decline and even diseases like dementia. People who regularly challenge their minds with games, puzzles, or new learning experiences often show slower cognitive decline and better memory retention later in life. So yes, your weekly board game night might be doing more for your long-term mental health than you realize. And the best part? These benefits don't stop with kids or young adults. Seniors who continue to play strategy or social board games show improved focus, social engagement, and emotional well-being. In other words, it's never too late or too early to start playing your way to a sharper mind. Your next game night, a cognitive workout. So how can you turn your next game night into a brain-boosting session? Let's break it down by what you want to train. Want to improve strategic thinking and planning? Go for chess, Go, or Twilight Struggle. Looking to enhance negotiation and adaptability? Try Catan or Diplomacy. Want to strengthen spatial reasoning and pattern recognition? Azul, Carcassonne, and Patchwork are perfect. Need a boost in memory and teamwork? Go cooperative with Pandemic, Hanabi, or Mysterium. And if you want to build emotional regulation and resilience? Honestly, any competitive game will do the job. Losing gracefully and learning from it is one of the most powerful mental workouts there is. The key isn't just what you play, it's how. Approach each game with curiosity. Notice the moments your brain lights up. Pay attention to how your thinking evolves from one session to the next. Because every time you sit down to play, you're not just escaping reality. You're sculpting your brain, one decision, one laugh, and one clever move at a time. Closing, the brain behind the game.
So the next time someone tells you board games are just for fun, you'll know the truth. They're a form of cognitive training disguised as entertainment.
Every roll of the dice, every bluff, every aha moment is a little spark of neural growth.
You're not just playing, you're learning, adapting, evolving.
And that's the real win. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the science of play, tell me in the comments. What's your go-to game that challenges your mind the most? Have you noticed how your thinking, or even your teamwork, has improved because of it? And make sure to subscribe, because in future episodes we'll be exploring other hidden brain boosters in everyday life, from video games to storytelling to music. Until then, keep thinking, keep playing, and keep leveling up your mind. Know more, be more.